In the beginning, there was fire. The sunlights cast our world in destruction. It burned and cracked the mountains, raining black poisonous ash into the waters of our lands. For what kind of place was a world consumed in fire? But then, the fire vanished from the land. Left in the barren desert of ash and smoke, a tree stood, the leafless roots. The records of the event was lost over time and eroded with age. However, the fire's disappearance did not grant abundance. The sky became dark and clouded, and the light vanished. A desolation. The world fell into an era of cold nothing. With the sun gone, by each passing decade, more and more of the ashen earth was buried by new deserts of ice and snow. But the fire's destructive ways not only left the world barren, it made a lasting change to the world. The fire affected everything, even in ways we still do not know. That's how it all goes, anyway.
Will we get into a lot of trouble?
Only if we get caught. Come on, this way. This is our chance.
Scared of the big bad wolf. Shouldn't have come here, small ones.
How do we get past?
Ah! I'm so hungry!
Oi, will you stop looking at me like that?
I don't get paid enough for this.
It's the snow wolf. dare you to touch it.
Oh, yeah? Well, I bet I can.
Aw, are you scared? What if Maya could see you now?
I'm not scared. I'll show you. See? You can go tell Maya that.
Hi.
Hello. Huh?
Not the kind of visitors I was expecting. Isn't it past your bedtime?
You can't tell us anything. You are our prisoner.
Oh, the most fierce prison guard there ever was. Though, you two also look a little too small to be in the prisons.
Well, Mom doesn't know we're here.
Figures. Aren't you very gold for a Kydric?
Mom says he's special.
Uh-huh. She says the kings of the past gave me a pelt made of gold.
They sure did, didn't they? Now, why are the Kydrics harboring a wolf that isn't even their own kind? What is he? What? Never seen an Allisabeth before?
You don't look dangerous, but I know what you're really like. My dad has told me all about you guys. Snow Wolf of the Snowlands. He's probably even killed some of your kind, too.
Yeah? And who's your father?
Jordy.
Jordy.
Uh-huh. He's really well known and everybody likes him.
I see. Interesting.
What did you say?
So, you're the son of someone powerful then,
We are. We're highborns. Mother and father are both of really high ranks, so we're basically like royalty. Except that we aren't related to the nobleborns.
So, where is your father now then?
He's still gone. He left some weeks ago, but still hasn't come back. I hope he comes back soon. I miss him.
I'm sure he will. Someone like that surely wouldn't leave two pups alone for long.
Is it true that you call yourself Snow Wolves too?
I am an Allisabeth. For the common tongue, it means snow wanderer. Is there anything else you want to know?
Is it true that you're all born killers?
Is that what your teacher's telling you about us? What else has he said about us?
They say that you're dangerous, and that you trade in skills that are dishonorable,
Uh-oh, like what?
like assassination.
Well, he isn't wrong there, but we don't kill for no reason.
Killing needs a reason?
Well, I think that's enough for you two. You should probably head back before your mother finds out you're here.
This is so cool. Oh, they're never gonna believe us when we say we met a real snow wanderer.
Here, take this with you. This should be enough proof for your friends.
Thank you.
What the hell are you two doing here? Oh, by the sun's light. You two better start praying that you won't be in serious trouble. What lies did you tell them?
Would you believe me if I said no?
Know your place. You've got no protection here. You are in the Redlands now, Snow Wolf.
They were lucky. The prison cell is no place for pups of any age. I am very sorry that nobody was able to stop them before they made it to the lower dungeons, Lady Savna.
Yes, I am very sure you are. Allowing 2 pups to wander into the dungeons like that. My lord husband will be hearing about this. But where were the guards? Why weren't they stopped before they made it into the Alice Wanderer's cell?
Yes, that is something I would like to know as well.
We were celebrating.
What exactly were you celebrating that would make all the guards leave their positions?
My promotion, sir.
And I may have to reconsider that promotion. Going from prison guard to team leader is quite the leap.
Sir, please have leniency.
If I may speak with you alone, Venko. I grant that guard leniency. He may keep his promotion.
Are you sure, my lady? What he did could reasonably have demoted him even further than prison guard.
Yes, I'm sure. I should have kept a better eye on them.
If that is your wish, Lady Savna.
I do have another request. I wish for my son and daughter to join the classes tomorrow and graduate.
You want your children to join in the others and graduate? You do realize they'll be given a mentor and leave the nursery.
I've thought long and hard about it. Risa and OroKuni are both 14 now. I can't refuse them to grow up. And I can't keep watching them forever. Please, look after them.
Yes. Very well, my lady. It shall be done.
Hey, Maya! What are you doing?
I was enjoying a moment of peace while it lasted.
Well, what are you reading then?
A scroll on very, very important historic figures of the Kaedrix. You should try reading sometime. Today is the last day in this class before we graduate. Oh, I forgot. Most of us graduate.
Well, I can't read.
Well, we saw something more important than some old papers. Why can't you two see that I'm kind of busy here?
We saw the snow wolf!
Oh, that's so cool!
Wow.
Cool!
How did you...
Me and Reza snuck out and went to see him, all by ourselves. We snuck past all those criminals. One snapped his big face at me. Snap!
What did it even look like?
It was white like snow, and it had some black markings on his back.
And it had red eyes that could probably shoot fireballs.
Snow wolves can't shoot fireballs from their eyes. Their nobleborns control the element of electricity, not fire. And all the fire wolves are dead.
He told us lots of things, too. Did you know that their name actually means Snow Wanderer?
Yes, it's in their name. Allisabeth. It literally means Snow Wanderer.
Did you read that in a book? Well, we found that out and had fun while doing it. It doesn't look like you're having a lot of fun reading that book. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Me and Peanut are gonna sneak out and do it again tonight.
As if that'll ever happen. Kaedrix never make a mistake twice.
Attention, pups. As I am sure many of you are excited and restless about, today is a big day for everyone. You are all of age, and therefore it is time for you to graduate and start your true training. I will miss many of you in my class, but young minds are never too old to learn. Walk along nicely now.
What did he mean by that?
We get to join in too.
Your snow wolf story is more believable than that. I thought your mother refused to let you graduate.
She finally let us go. We get to graduate like everyone else now.
"700 years ago, during the Godless War, our great ancestor and first Jarl, the great King Rakin War, slew his rival upon the great rocks of Aeria. Fur stained crimson as he rose from the red battlefield, he ended the Godless era. On the rocks of Aeria he made his home. We have lived in his honor, fought battles to defend our home, and to defend our title and origin as a warrior wolf. But King Rakinwa had a vision. The sun's flames were reflected upon his blood on the day of his victory. This is the fire of old that we were all born from, and that one day will take us again, and it will burn at our souls until we can trample it out. Each and every one of you is part of our history, and will leave your marks behind to show your pride and honor as a crimson wolf. Our stained fur never faded. That is a sign for God's return upon Rakinwa's victory. You are all Kaedrix, the Red Wolf, a war wolf, and today you will start your journey to finding your place in the world. Every Kaedrix before you has gone through this training. It will not be easy, and not everyone
You didn't
will make
get
it.
demoted, I see.
By the gods' breaths. If I was forced to be a prison guard for the rest of my life, I'd rather become a farmer.
Hey, aren't those two kids Savnas?
The heck? What are they doing here?
I overheard from our superior that Savannah is finally letting them join the teams and get a mentor.
No kidding, huh? So, she's finally letting them go.
Their mother has been very protective over them ever since her late husband died. Poor things. I hope they'll settle in nicely.
Well, they're not lacking in courage. They're the ones that snuck in to see that Allisabeth.
What? Those two were the ones that got caught in the dungeon last night? You almost got fired over Savna's pups?
Don't remind me.
I heard Savna's had some troubles. I often see her come by the healer's hut for medicine against headaches and sleepless nights. She lost her previous husband very traumatically, This can't be easy for her.
Wasn't he the one who lost his mind and went all crazy, right?
I heard his condition affected Savna just as much. At the end, he didn't even recognize her, his daughter, or their adopted son. He almost attacked them too. Of course, the pups should be too young to remember.
She eventually remarried with a member of the Vanguard, but her family's reputation and name took a heavy hit back then. Most other highborns probably don't want to associate with her name anymore.
Poor lady. She must have gone through so much.
As long as I don't end up having to mentor either of them.
I call upon the gaze of the sages and the old gods to look down at these pups before me today and grant them the courage, wisdom, and power they need to complete this step of life. And may the sages show you mercy and kindness. Soldiers, step forwards. Wolves, you've all been picked to become a teacher to these pups. Your job is to train them in the skills and tasks they will need as they grow up. You carry a very important responsibility. Carry this title with pride and honor.
Yes, sir!
This is it, huh? We finally made it to the next step of our careers.
This isn't a game. You'd be smart to act the role. Otherwise, you'll find yourself losing your footing.
Kazuo, please step forwards.
Remember that.
With your unique skills and experience in war, you will teach Maya your knowledge and teach her what you know.
Well, he isn't taking this seriously.
Well, it's Kazuo. Don't forget what happened between him and his...
Senja, please step forwards. With your kindness and keen eye, you will teach OroKuni how to be firm but kind, and to use her skills and powers for the good of the realm.
It's okay. I'm nervous too. We'll get through this together.
Kayad, please step forwards.
Hey, we meet again!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Lord Venko.
What is the meaning of this?
The council is being summoned to an emergency meeting.
What happened?
It's the Mizbels. There's been a massive flood in all the southern regions of the Meadowlands. The dam has been broken!
What?
This is unexpected. How long ago did this happen?
7 days, my lord.
How many casualties?
34 reported deaths, 13 missing, 9 confirmed survivors.
What do the witnesses say?
Some of the survivors report that a day before, a stranger came into their town and was meddling with some local curse. They say he fought the townsfolk the night before the dam broke. Reports say it was a black wolf.
A Twilight Kadric was there. What city was this in?
Alayan, sir.
Check our scrolls to see if any Twilights were sent to this village for any reason. Aliam. Why is that name so familiar to my ears?
Alayan is a small village on the outskirts of Mizbel territory. It lies in the shade of the great dam that was built by witches 8 years ago. It reads here the town has been cursed.
I briefly remember the dam being built.
Do we know anything about how it was broken?
No. but the witnesses say they saw lightning strikes in the skies earlier that morning, but they don't know if that is what broke it.
So an Allisvander. Has there been reports of Allisvander wolves near the borders recently?
It will be looked into.
Another Allisvander attack? Lord Azun, if it was a planned attack, we must respond. We cannot let them start festering.
Report back as soon as either of you find out anything about this Twilight Kadric, or the Elsvander sightings near that area. If the nobleborns of the Elsvander are targeting the smaller villages to cause major damage, it must be stopped immediately.
It's a bit peculiar that the Allisvander would target a dam. There are far more major areas that could cause much more damage than the lowlands of the Meadow Territories. And for most, breaking a dam would require some very powerful magic.
What are you getting at?
It's too early to theorize without contemplation. I shall keep my thoughts until we have more facts.
Question the prisoner as well, the Elsvander that was captured. Maybe he would know something about this if this was the Elsvander's doing.
Time can never be your trusted friend or your sworn ally. No, it's the harshest mistress of all. And life is just a chain of moments spent, 1,000 hellos and goodbyes. Maybe a love like ours can leave out its call. The shift and pull of the tides never